Guys, clap it up nice and loud for Greg Needham, everybody.
That's always awkward, you know, shaking people's hands after you have a cold water. You're like, I did not piss on myself. I'm not Mr. Freeze. My dick does not create icicles. So, I'm going to talk to you today about science. You know, Charles Darwin's 200th birthday was this year. Woo, let's go Darwin. And so I was in England, and they had a nice exhibit to him, and you know, towards the end they showed his influence, and there was a book from a science textbook from the South, from Alabama or something, that had a sticker on it that said, "Some of the facts in this book may not be true." And I thought, well, you know, that's pretty disappointing. You know, I saw that same sticker on R.L. Stein's Say Cheese and Die, and as an atheist, all I had to look forward to was, you know, barbecues with skeletons. Yeah, I heard Skeletor makes a good baby back rib. So, you know, there's still some people that don't believe in evolution, and I have a story for you to convince you that we do, in fact, come from apes. It starts at the good old Bronx Zoo, where you can go and see monkeys in aquarium cages without any ventilation, and a camel eating another camel's ass. I saw these things, I enjoyed them. So we go into the Congo exhibit, and like the great movie, it had a lot to be desired. So making Congo jokes. so we're going in there and with a bunch of my friends, and so we see mandrills. If you know mandrills, they're very ugly creatures. They look like they, well, I don't know. They look like you wouldn't want them to be your cousin. So we see this mandrill, and everybody just could give a fuck and just walking on, and they're looking at this empty tank, pretending to see an animal in there, but then they realize there's nothing actually in there, and they're just looking at fauna. And so I'm busy looking at this mandrill, and my friend just turns to me and goes, "Hey, he kind of looks like you." I got kind of longer hair and a bit of a beard. Mandrill will have nothing of it. He just looks at me and he just charges at the glass. And everybody in the place just was like, "What the fuck was that?" And they all just come over and start gathering around. Mandrill just has his head up to this thing, and he's just like, ah. He just shows his teeth, and I'm like, okay. And so he's just staring at me, looking at me. And I said to my friend, "Is he trying to like kill me?" And he's reading the little pamphlet thing down there. He's like, "Oh, you know, mandrills." And then it turns around and just shows its ass. It's like, "Yeah, do you like those colors?" I'm just like, okay, this is weird. And so he goes, "Actually, when a mandrill does that, they're interested in mating." Oh, thanks. So the mandrill, you know, he just keeps turning around, showing his ass. Then he does, you know, the thing you expect a monkey to do. He sits down and he just starts shitting in his hand, and he's just like sniffing it, going, "Yeah, you like that?" And he just chucks it back at the window. And I'm just like, oh my god. And he's just sniffing his fingers like, ah. And then touching himself. And then so I'm like, this is absurd, and everybody's just cracking up, and I'm just feeling really awkward. I need to take a cold shower. And then he just sits down, just stares at me, and he just goes, at first he just goes, I'm like, what is he doing with his penis? And then he just starts staring at me, looks right at me. No one else is there, just me and him. There's a girl, mandrill, just walking in the background. She could give a fuck. He's just staring at me, and he's like, does the whole thing. Everybody is dying. He's just jerking it like no tomorrow. And all he's doing is looking at me. Oh, man. so then I don't even see if he finishes, because this guy comes in, everybody's cracking up, this guy goes, everybody, the girls are this way, folks, the girls are this way. Everybody's just dying, and I just imagine he used it, and he just, like, you know, painted a little picture of Simba. As Rafiki. Fuck you, Rafiki. So that's my reason why we come from apes. Because only apes Well, only people are connected to apes because only people would use the same hand that they shit in to jerk off in a public space. Thank you all very much. Have a good night.